Just go beyond the karmic emotions. Step back from stepping back, so that you can go beyond all karmic emotions. Go beyond the mind, and you won't have to pay back for the karma. Go through the cycle of paying back the karma. If you still stay with your mind, fixes on the mind, you still have to pay back the karma. But if you step back from stepping back, not relate to the non-relating itself, use these reminders, go beyond the mind, release from the mind, that you will go beyond all karmic difficulties and the law of karma. Now that I'm not human anymore, but I'm still hiding in myself, still trying to keep the art of fighting, the martial art within me. There is no difference. Your mind is still the same as when you were human. So you have to keep making the conclusion of release, the release, the let go of the release, to help the state of the mind, to give the liberation to the mind for yourself and everything. Otherwise, you will keep the karma and maintain the state of the mind. Keep on the art, the knowledge of fighting. That is you keeping the karma. If you still keep that, if you still maintain that state, it means that you are saving the karma, keeping the karma within you. But if I'm hiding away in myself, it means that I'm hiding away from death and rebirth. No, it's not. Even you are maintaining in that state of the mind, whatever state of the mind, there is still an arising within itself. It's still a life cycle. In this samsara, it's the same cycle of samsara. It's just you haven't paid back all that karma yet. There's still certain life of that kind of karma that you are holding. But once that life is gone, come to an end, you will have to come to another life again. You have to be reborn. You have to keep recalling from the mind itself, from not relate to the non-relating itself. This is to release and liberate. That let go of the liberation. Have to keep recalling constantly. Make this conclusion. Release that let go of the release. Liberation, that let go of the liberation. Otherwise, you keep arising. Keep becoming born again and again within yourself. When the times come, when this karma ends, you will face the difficulties. Even the Brahmin world, one lifetime that lasts 10,000 years, 100,000 years, it has to come to an end. That is the law of karma. You still under the law of karma. As long as you still maintain any state of the mind or any condition, you are still under the law of karma. You're not going above the law of karma. Unless you release and let go of the release, that is when you can go above the law of karma. The lifetime in Brahma world, 10,000 years, 100,000 years, that comes from maintaining the lightness, indifference on the state of the mind. It's not immortality, but it just lasts very long because it's still a karma. It's not permanent. When the time comes, it will change. It's not immortal. So we have to release. It's not related to the non-relating itself. It means that it's not related to the non-relating itself. It's not related to any sustaining or maintaining. This is when you can go beyond life and death and go beyond any law of karma. Make this conclusion constantly, not related to the non-relating itself, not related to the non-relating itself. Make this conclusion and you release from any sustaining, any state. Go beyond self and all things simultaneously. This is Nirodha and Nibbana that conclude the samsara. It will dissolve all attachments. To dissolve attachments means dissolve karma. And once the karma is dissolved, you go beyond the karma. It isn't about hiding away, running away, or holding anything, but it is to clear out, to dissolve itself. From not related to the non-relating itself, this is to clear out any holding on to the state of the mind. Meditation, mindfulness, persevering, insight, wisdom. That is all identification that you have with your mind. They are all karma of the mind. So if you keep one of those, it means that you are keeping the law of karma, you're keeping karma. You have to go beyond that, beyond the law of karma. That is when you have no more pain or feeling of the karmic difficulties. So these sentences, use them to release for the samsara, help the sentient beings to dissolve on the karma and karmic difficulties. By helping the samsara and sentient beings, you are softened and lessened your own karma and karmic difficulties as well. It will help you have less and less karma and karmic difficulties from all your past life. The habit that we have this present life, become a fighter, a warrior, it caused by the past life behavior, the behavior from the past life, bringing the result, making you have this kind of behavior and habit in this life. So the past life, whatever you have done, you will have to pay back for what you have done. It's just a matter of when. So the liberation that you give to all sentient beings and the samsara, it will help release and lessen the karmic difficulties for you and the samsara simultaneously. Instead of running away or hiding away from the karmic difficulties, you dissolving them so they can be lessened and softened. It isn't about mind or not mind. It's not related to the non-relating itself. Use this constantly. This will release yourself from mind. Mind is when you are denying, you are hiding with your mind, hiding in meditation, in mindfulness, in perseverance. This, it isn't about mind or not mind, will help dissolve you from this state of denying or hiding. Use this sentence to dissolve yourself and go beyond your mind and help release and liberate the sentient beings and the samsara at the same time. It will help dissolve all the karmic difficulties, whether it's good or bad, from the past and the present. This is better than you are hiding away or running away from the karmic difficulties. And you won't have to receive the result of what karma that you have created in the past. because it's dissolved the karma. So you just need to use this conclusion, the sentence, constantly. Use it as often as you can. Everything isn't about mind or not mind all the time. It is to help release and liberate in your mind and in others' mind all the time. Come to this mode of great compassion from all arts, all martial arts, fighting, or any kind of knowledge. Come to this knowledge of great compassion, the art of great compassion, to liberate for the samsara. This doesn't create any karma, but only dissolve the karma for yourself and the samsara. Just keep on making the conclusion using the sentences. It will have an effect to liberate and release whatever we have been having a contact with, human, non-humans, in a good way, a bad way, no matter what you have relationship with. These sentences, these great compassion reminders will dissolve all karma. And you won't have to pay back this karma anymore. And you don't have to hide away from it. If you are hiding away, you are limited within yourself. You're just hiding and become limited. But you cannot run away from the law of karma. You still have to get the result, no matter where you are. Even the Brahmins, a lot of Brahmins and Devas become enlightened, come to the total cessation for so many generations now. So there are no realms of existence that can provide you immortality, no matter how long you might last in whatever realm you think that it is going to be forever. It is not forever. Now that the truth is announced, use this original truth to dissolve the karma instead of hiding away. Dissolve the karma, make a conclusion to dissolve the karmic difficulties. Everything is from mind, the mind itself, from not related to the non-relating itself. It isn't about mind or not mind. Use these sentences. Remind yourself, recall them constantly. Whatever you look at, you know of. All around you, recall these sentences. That means you are liberating, releasing for them all around you all the time. That is great compassion. Adjust yourself, come to this mode of great compassion and bless. This is the mode, the same mode as the Buddhas and Maha Paramis. Dissolve all methods and ways. Dissolve all knowledge, all branches of knowledge. Once you know how to let go of the letting go itself, release from the release from all the identification and focuses that you have, you will feel more free, more liberated, and more incoherent with the samsara. You untie yourself from all identifications and focuses, and you will be more open to the samsara. You will embrace the samsara more. That is the art of blessing. No matter whatever realm of existence, human or non-human, are all the same. You all assume up. You identify with the karma. You assume up the karma yourself from your mind. You identify, and it becomes something that you focus on. All realms of existence come from the same cause. By assume up the karma yourself, identify with it, and hold on to it. So now you have to enlighten to the fact that listen to something that it isn't karma, something that isn't about identifying with anything, not to identify anything, to identify with it. Listen to something that's not related to the non-relating itself, not attached to the non-attachment itself. To have to dissolve all kind of identification that you have with all things. If you maintain the meditation or mindfulness, that is karma because you identify with it, you assume it up, you assume it and maintain it. That if you assume up a karma to hold on to the karma, you assume up karma to create another karma. You create karma and you hold on to the karma and you will receive the result of that karma. Even the mindfulness, you cannot hold on to it. Once you hold on to it, that is karma. So something that's not related to the non-relating itself, that is all there is about the essence of enlightenment, because it's about cutting. That is all there is of the essence of all the Buddhas. Just to cut from mind, the mind itself is cutting. It doesn't need to maintain or sustain any mind, not to sustain any state of the mind. From mind, the mind itself, that is to cut, not to maintain. That is the essence of all the Buddhas in every Buddha's time, that the Buddhas enlightened for the samsara. And so many beings, humans and non-humans, Brahmins or not Brahmins, have come to the total cessation from this conclusion, from this essence. To bless, you just use these conclusions as well. Make the conclusions to the sentient beings. Once the karmic difficulties or karmic debtors show up, show themselves, present themselves, you just make the conclusion for them. You use the reminders to dissolve them, dissolve for them as well. The karmic difficulties and karmic debtors had to show up. They have to present themselves, they have to arise anyway because they are there on all the time. You just haven't seen them. If it's not that time, you haven't seen them. If you don't dissolve them, you leave them there, you hiding away from them. It means that you will have to pay back. You have to pay back. In the end, you cannot run away from them. So let them show up, let them present themselves, and you dissolve them from not related to the non-relating itself. It isn't about mind or not mind. Use this power to release and dissolve all karmic difficulty or karmic debtors that they show up. This is the power of releasing, of liberation. Once you use them, it has the power to release and liberate. And this is worthier than any payback that you can give to the karmic debtor. It can soften you, it can release and unwind for you. The same effect. You go to the sentient being and to the samsara. So this is how you pay back, how you help the samsara. So keep on using them. This is the power of Arahants, the power of all the noble ones. These conclusions. This is the essence. the essence of every sentence that I have given you are the power of all Maha Paramis, of all the Buddhas. They are the essence, the power of all Arahants to end for the samsara. So if you keep on using these reminders, these sentences on and on, you would become the same essence of all Arahants, the Buddhas and Mahabaramis. And these reminders have an effect to help end the karmic difficulties and the law of karma, and help release and liberate for sentient being and the samsara. So don't be hesitant in using them. It clear out for us and the samsara at the same time, clear out all the karmic difficulties. These reminders. Keep on using the reminders to conclude, make the conclusion for the samsara and for yourself on and on, no matter what karmic difficulties or whatever karma that come up. Keep on using the reminders. Don't go off track. Just keep on using the reminders, and it will end the karmic difficulties. You help dissolve the karmic difficulties. The power of these reminders will affect the samsara and sentient beings the same way as they affect you, to release and liberate. Don't be afraid of karma or karmic difficulties. They come for you so that you can dissolve and release for them. That is to end for the samsara. Don't be afraid. Don't worry. And in the future, there will be no more self in creating any cause or receiving any result of any action. If you keep on dissolving, there will be no more self. It isn't about mine or not mine. It will dissolve the self within. That is the one who is creating the cause and the one who is receiving the result of any karma. Keep on using the reminders to conclude, and there would be no more self. If this, you still have any worry because you're still holding on to something, you still maintain some state. That's why you are still worried. But if you keep on reminding yourself with the sentence, dissolve it, you won't have any more burden or worry about your mind, about yourself within you. Just open up widely. Keep on open up widely. From not relate to the non-relating itself, that is to release and liberate expansively, widely. It isn't about mind or not mind with everything, so that you can help release and liberate everything all at once. The result of making these conclusions, there's power that will dissolve the karma of the one who is doing the blessing simultaneously with the karma of the samsara. The effect will happen immediately once you recall the sentence, within and without simultaneously. release from any stillness, any indifference, any perseverance, any intention, expectation, release from that. That is, all those states are karma. So release from such states. If you let go of all that states, you are out of karma. You go beyond karma. Being non-human has its advantage. Whatever sentence you make a conclusion, you can see the result. The result that not holding on to the result, released, that let go of the released. Not relate. Let go of the not relate. Mind, let go of mind. It isn't about mind or not mind. Mind not holding on to mind. Mind, let go of mind. Release, let go of the released.